Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Ostranauts, and this is a Let's Play of Ostranauts. We're still kind of early in the game. Quite frankly, I kind of forgot how early we are. We just built out the cargo area, and next we're going to work on an engineering area, and that's what we're going to want to head over and do. Now, in the previous episode, we had a really good salvage day. We were able to grab a lot of stuff. I flew back to the base in between episodes and restored everything. There were a couple of parts I needed to do repairs. I went ahead and did that. I just didn't want to sit here and, talk about nothing for 3 minutes while it ran through that whole range of things it needs to do. But next, we're going to go see about clearing out our inventory here. And one thing I do want to remember right now is we got all sorts of canisters on here, but we'll need space to put things down in order to fix them. So I can put that oxygen one down right now, but in order to get to the rest of them, we'll need to have floor space. So we'll get that one fixed up here real quick, but then we'll go and sell everything we can, come back, put these on the floor, sell those as well, and then see how that works for us. Real quick here, we want to go to our parts, and that is here, and I'm going to go to inventory. I'm going to put these parts in here. Looks like I've gone through a lot of stuff. I guess I have stuff in here at this point. Is that what yeah, okay, that's starting to make some sense. And we can do that this way or that way, and there we have it. We'll get out of here, and we'll go ahead and we'll try the black market dealer. He hasn't really been coming through for us, though, has he? And part of me thinks I'm going to take a lot of this money and pay down my debt. I just feel like that's always a good thing to do. I do that in, I do that in real life. I wish I could say that were true, but my default personality is try to get everything paid off and then build from there. And that's kind of how I approach this particular game. So as we can see, he's got a couple of things out there for sale. Nothing we need. We were smart enough to get a laser torch battery earlier. So let's see what we have that he wants. And in here, there is nothing. We do have a case file we want to look into, and I forgot the guy's name, and I think I wrote it down, and I can't find it. Nonetheless, we'll see if something triggers, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that was it. I might have put it in notes, too. I can't. That would be perfect. I hadn't thought of that. We could toss those in notes. Then I won't have to worry about it at all. We will know, hey, this is the guy we were looking at, or whatever. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to go to cargo. Okay, so there is a nav station here that he's interested in. We'll set him up with that. And maybe the other one too. Or maybe not. Yeah, the other one too. We'll set him up with that. We have Kang intake, thruster. I'm going to go ahead and I'm okay with selling that thruster. We'll pick up some thrusters when we build out our other room a little nicer. For now, I think that's everything I'm really willing to sell him. He's interested in the power switch. Interesting. Okay. Let's go with that. That's 28,000. And then we'll run upstairs and see what else we can sell to the license desk. That's this one. There we go. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and check out the kiosk real quick, though. I want to make sure, I don't want to forget about that death report we have. Investigate death, right there. I don't think it was Aubrey Brady that we were looking at. Oh, they want us to look into Jean-Claude Chambers. I don't think that was it either. Now, Tristan does ring a bell. Xavier de Jesus. All right, let's look and see what we have and what we know. Like I said, I might have taken some notes. I don't remember if I did that. Nope, we just put down some ship names. Okay, but at least we know which ships we were on. And do I have any current gigs hanging out here? Usually I try to do them because you get paid better. So I'm going to guess no. All right. back to the gigs that are here. So there was this investigate death on the Wistful Sigh. Okay. Okay. Read through that a little bit. The thing is, that doesn't pay out like at a tremendous rate where I feel like chasing that down. We could get a little bit of cabbage out of it, but yeah, same with this one. Not a tremendous thing, and that one is quite a distance away, so that one's not going to happen at all. Part of me is like, well, maybe I should make sure that's not with this one. Xavier de Jesus feels slightly familiar, but not familiar enough where I'm like, oh yes, of course. So real quick, let's look at this again. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell us anything. I wish it gave us something. The killer is female, but it doesn't. It doesn't even tell us, was this a bartender? I think it was one where it said reported to somebody with the station, right? But I don't even know who that might be at this point. I guess the maintenance guy, or if we can find somebody who's law enforcement, that could work too. So that's a shipbreaker. That is us. That is a shipbreaker. And yeah, finding a lot of those right now. Criminal. Okay. Shipbreaker. Law enforcement would be good to find right now too, and I'm not seeing any of that either. Anybody else up this way? Not seeing them. Not seeing them. All right. Well, we'll hold on to that a little longer. See if we can figure out what to do with it. Next is the licensing desk. And I was going to go ahead and go take care of the canisters first. I did not deal with these yet. Let's take care of those. We're going to unlock a couple of PDAs and see what we get. That's one. This is the other. And now we'll see if the license desk has any interest at all in any of that information. Looks like they do. All right. Well, that's going to be a little bit of change. That's good. We'll sell both of those. Badoink and badoink. Good. They didn't want the, usually they'll buy the Gravusign pen. We're going to go ahead and sell that to them. The used pouches, we were talking about getting rid of those. The used cartridge. That's a good price for that. Oh, it's a heat fizz. Okay, no, I want to hang on to those. And that's everything from the backpack. Let's come down to cargo. Should be plenty of stuff to sell from cargo, and it all should be in really good shape. So 2 air pumps and a bulkhead bin. We're going to hang on to the bin. I want to install those. Turbo pump, 3 of them. Yes, we'll do that. Heat sink, we need that. That was one of the parts I had to go buy, that and a motor. So we will go ahead and sell the containers, though, the canisters, rather. And there are going to be a heck of a lot more of those to sell off of here. But first, we want to fix them up. Although any that say like new, we could get rid of now. None of them say like new. So we can improve those a little bit and get a little bit better return on our investment. Not interested in the helmet that's in there. Was there anything in this other one? There was not. So I think that's everything, 27,000. So we just made 50,000 on that one, is what it comes down to. A little more than, I think. That is not a bad day's work. And we have a little bit to go because, as we know, there was stuff here. Oh, and we didn't even get them all yet. We forgot about that. We have a couple over here too. So first we're going to go to inventory here, and we're going to start setting these down because we're going to sell them as best we can. We will run out of space here eventually. I'm a little surprised it's letting me put them that far away. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. And then one more. We'll put that one up here. Okay, that's perfect. And we want to come pick this up. We're going to move it over here. And we're going to come pick this up and do the same. We will eventually just set the thrusters down and I'm sorry, install thrusters, but I want to go ahead and I want to get a little further along before we do that. So we'll want to build this out first and then have some space for where they'll actually go. Let's restore all of this stuff real quick. Shouldn't take too long. I don't think any of it was in damaged state. And yeah, let's come over here real quick to our signal box and turn that the heck off. Oh, we don't have anything on it. Well, we'll start there. Anything else we want to put on here? Probably the pumps. Put that one and that one, but we'll leave those on. Obviously, we don't want to kill those just now. And then the other thing was, there was a nice helmet in here. Well, not nice. No, I don't need to pick it up. I said I was picking it up, though, so it picked it up, because that's what it does. What I meant to say was, show me your inventory. Oh, I can't see the inventory without installing it. What if I'm holding it? Do you see it then? You do not. Maybe it was this one that had stuff in it, so maybe that isn't even, I'm not even looking at the right one. We will eventually install that. Here's the other one. See if we pick that up and then... Ah, there we do see its stuff, so that's good. Let's bring him down here. Drop that off there. Okay, so it's saying nothing in its bin. Nothing in its bin. Is there yet another one that I'm not seeing? I'm not sure. I do see these heat sinks. We're going to want to pick those up. And we're going to get all that stuff filed away here real quick. These are all components. Picked up the motor already, so components go here. Step up there, and we're just going to drop them in there. 1, 2. There's 4 of them. This is where things get weird. You have to hold down F to walk when you're in inventory mode. Just something to be mindful of. You can still move to things. It wants you to pick them up when they're too close. But that'll work for us, and then we're going to auto task and repair everything, or restore everything. We should get another few $1,000s out of this, and then we're going to go pay some mortgage and bills and go find another ship to salvage. I don't like scavenging. Salvaging. All right, moving right along. I don't know. I feel like we should. I've been trying to decide. I want to make this the bridge, and I've been trying to decide how to deal with an access corridor here. And it looks like he's done with that work, so we'll go ahead and respect that and come up to the license desk. I've been trying to decide how I wanted to deal with it, and I just really can't decide. So I think I'm going to build kind of out this way more. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. This needs to be a little bit bigger to end up being a bridge. Probably needs to be 1 square wider at least. Did I not click trade? I might have hit the wrong button there. And there it goes. Okay. And the reason is I was hoping to do something other than just a completely square ship, which is what I usually end up with. But that's all right. We'll kind of work it out. And make the best of what we have. So this air pump, definitely. The thruster, definitely. And then we're going to have some canisters. And we're probably going to have a lot of these worth, well, actually, that's more money than I thought. We're already at 5,000 and we have barely started. 12,000, 14,000. Couple more to go. One here, one here, one here. Quite a few more to go. Okay. Another 28,000. We made 80,000 credits on that run. That's great. That is great. Yeah, just under. We're not going to spend all of that on mortgage. We are going to spend a lot of that on mortgage, though. We'll save a little bit of it. Here we need to go ahead and restore these things. There we go. So far, so good. That's 2,300 right there. And we have bills we do need to pay, but first, let's prepay mortgage. We're going to let's do 60,000. I feel like that's a good number. I mean, we only have 800,000 left. Quite a bit of mortgage, right? But that'll drive our payment down quite a bit. And not that we've been minding this that much, but it's kind of how I judge where I'm sitting with it. Yeah, when we can get this nice and low, I feel a lot more comfortable. So we'll pay that. Then we're going to also pay all of our selected debts, which does seem to include more mortgage, even though we just paid mortgage. I've never fully understood how that works. Maybe these haven't come due yet. I'm not quite sure how he's working that. I know it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. These are things we've already paid, I guess. These are things we have yet to pay. We'll go ahead and pay that, though. So we paid a little more than 60,000 is what it looks like. We still have 100,000 in the bank, so plenty to buy stuff that we might need, including supplies, parts, food, bins. Where do I want to put those bins? I don't know if you can put it over the thruster. Let's see. I normally will just put them along the cargo bay. Can we put one here? Yeah, I can't put one there. Probably not smart to put one there. We could put one here. Although the light's blocking it. Can't have a light there. So, okay. Well, we will come back and figure that out at another time. There we go. Put one there for now. At least it'll be there. And once it's installed, if it was the one that had the head in it, well, it wasn't a head, it was a helmet. It was not. Okay. Go ahead and install this one. Put that right there. Now we have just a little more cargo space for things like walls. That's what I'm going to probably put in those. He's all done. There's the one that had the helmet in it. So we'll take that out and then we will restore that. Well, we'll repair it first. There we go. He's done. Now we can restore it. It's a type B helmet. I don't know if that makes a big difference in general. I kind of once remember hearing on the Discord that the B helmets had more points, like for defense. If you look in the metadata, you can track that down. I'm not that concerned about it myself, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Come on now, get this done. It took that long to repair a helmet. He literally installs a floor-to-roof bin in a couple of seconds. Anyway, not going to worry about it. All right, so this is one of the, effectively, it's one of the black helmets. I think that's the color it is. Why did I say equip? I'm going to see if we can benefit from it over here. I guess it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and hang on to it. So we'll do that. And then parts. Gonna drop this stuff back in. There we go. Is that everything? That is everything. Okay. Well, we didn't get a whole lot done here, but we did sell off our goods from the last episode. In the next episode, we're going to go find another ship to salvage and see if we can build out this cargo bay. Well, not the cargo bay, but the engineering wing so that we can put in our Hydra, which is something we could do soon. And once we have that in, we want to make a bridge over here, a battery room, and be ready to add a reactor room of some sort. Thank you for joining me on this fun journey of Ostranauts. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, fair travels.